Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. This is La Flame Productions, and I'm Adriana. My husband's name is Deshawn. Um, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video and comment below. And also share the video to someone that you think may um, benefit from watching because I am a prison wife, and I'm sure there are a lot of you guys out there, and a lot of people want to know um, what it's like. Some people are just going down this path, going down this road, and some people been on this road for longer than me. Um, but anyway, if you haven't checked out our storytime videos on how we met, go ahead and check those videos out. There are 3 parts to them, so make sure you watch all 3. Um, yeah, so the title of this video is I'm Married to a Man I've Never Met. And yes, that is accurate. I know in our storytime videos, if you have watched it, we talked about how we've known each other since we were kids. I was 11 and he was 13, and we were next door neighbors. And that's how we met. That's how we met as kids. He's a completely different person now, you guys. He was 17 when he left, and he is now 32. So 15 years, you change, you evolved, and that's what he's done. I have not been with him since he's been 17, and we weren't even together when he was home. We were, I wouldn't even consider us friends. We were just next door neighbors that had crushes on each other. We didn't know what we wanted to do. He actually had a girlfriend at the time, and she had a baby on the way. But we had met before they got together. So, he felt like he wasn't doing anything wrong by, talking to me. We had talks every once in a while, but yeah, for the most part, we weren't really even friends. We definitely were not dating, and I was way too young. But now we're married. We married in prison 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, and that has honestly been the best decision, one of the best decisions of my life, because he's my soulmate. And that's something that I've known for a very long time. But as far as who he is now, we have such a great relationship in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of scary though. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's kind of scary because when he comes home, I have no idea who he is. I mean, I know who he is in prison, but being home is completely different. And I'm sure if there's anyone watching that has been down this road and then their loved one came home, they probably would tell you the exact same thing. It's different. But he's changed for the better. He stopped gang banging. He stopped selling drugs. All of the things that could get him back locked up. He stopped doing all of that. And he's a changed person. He's completely rehabilitated as far as I can see. So when he comes home, and I say I always say we because I feel like I'm locked up with him. And I know some people might think that's a bad thing and I shouldn't feel that way, but that it works for us. That's our relationship, and I choose that. He doesn't force it down my throat. He doesn't, he likes that I'm like this, but he encourages me to go out if I want to and to meet people, hang out. But I don't see the need to do that. I'd rather be home, where I'm safe, where I'm comfortable, and, you know, wait for my husband, wait for my soulmate. He's the person that I want to be with. He's the person that I want to do everything with anyway. So it's like I'm not about to do that. But anyway, let's see. I wrote down some notes. Okay, so one thing that has changed about him that I know, he's completely into fitness. A lot of guys, once they do go to prison, they end up like becoming workout junkies. It's what I call him, a workout junkie, because he just works out all the time, every day. He said he has to. That's like part of how he stays sane. And I guess I get it. I understand. You got to find something. You got to cope in some way. So that's how he copes, and that's okay with me because hey, when he comes home, we can do that together because I need to definitely lose some weight. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on here quick and just let you guys know that, yeah, it happens. It happens. I did say that I was afraid, but I feel like I know the root of him. I know his soul. I know the core of him. He's, he hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. And it's like me too. When I was, younger, I always had a very, I don't know, I was just very, I don't know, prissy, bubbly, and, ooh, excuse me, certain things about you just should not change, like your character, you know, for, I guess your personality for the most part. You evolve and you change as you grow, but the root of you should never change. And that you see that in when you're a child. Think of if you're a mom right now, you see certain character traits that your child has, like one child may be very outspoken and an extrovert, and then your other child might be, shy and more of an introvert. That's pretty much how they're going to be once they get older. There are times when it changes, but for the most part, that extrovert is going to continue to be an extrovert, and the introvert is going to kind of stay an introvert. So that's the core of you. That's the root of you. And that's who I know. That's who I know. Everything else about him, I have no idea. I don't know. I know little things like he likes to work out. I know what his favorite food is. I know, what else do I know? Pretty much all the little things. But as far as living together and learning this person all over again, and then I can't even say all over again because when he was home and we were kids, I didn't really even know him then. So I pretty much married a complete stranger. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. When you think about it, it's like we didn't know each other, that well before he went into prison. Now he's in prison, completely different person. And I still don't know him. I have no idea who he is. But I remember when we were kids, what attracted me to him initially, and that was the core of him, the person that he was. He was very, just, it was something about him that drew me to him, and it was like a magnet. And you can ask him the same thing, and he'd tell you something about her that drew me to her. So we both had this instant connection with each other, although we didn't act on it, right away because I was so young. I was only 11 and he was 13. He had already been in juvenile detention a handful of times. You know, he was still in the streets. He was doing things that he shouldn't be doing at 13. And me at 11, I wasn't doing none of that. So, you know, we talked about this in the storytime videos, in our storytime videos, where he says that he just did not want to ruin my life. So he kind of kept to himself, and he didn't reveal that he had a crush on me. Him and my sister were very close at the time because she was very similar to excuse me, very similar to how he was. Him running the streets and she was running the streets right with him. That's how they, you know, pretty much got along. But he's never had an interest in her, and I hope she's never had an interest in him. But yeah, they were the closest, and I was too young to be in that. And he didn't want me involved. You know, he was very protective of me, and I was just his neighbor. You know, we weren't, like I said, we weren't friends, and we definitely weren't dating. You know, and we talked more about that in the storytime video, but I pretty much just wanted to put it out there that I'm married to a man that I've never even met. And it's scary, yes, but it's also so exciting because I know him though. And I just explained it, and if you don't understand, that's fine, but I know him. I know the core of him, the root of him. I know that man. And I know that we're going to be fine. When he comes home, there are going to be things I'm sure that we're going to have to work through, and I'm willing to work through them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If someone out there that's watching is in a similar situation, read this book. Walk by faith, not by sight. Sometimes that's what you got to do. That sounds crazy to me. Walking by faith, not by sight. Most people would deem you as crazy. But they'll buy mugs like this. And it's like, well, are you walking what you talk, or are you not? So that's pretty much how my life has always been. I've just always had faith. And whatever I'm going to do, whatever it is I want to do, I have faith. And I trust in God first and foremost, and I believe in him. I'm counting on him. I'm relying on him, and I know that he's going to get me through whatever situation I'm faced with. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Yes, I have butterflies. I'm a little nervous, like I said, but I think that's normal. That's just normal. He's been in prison for 15 years. Who wouldn't, like, if you're not nervous or kind of afraid of the unknown, then I feel like you need to do some serious, you know, reflecting and thinking. But there are some people that just aren't afraid. They know what they're dealing with and who they're dealing with. My thing is, you still need to be careful because this person has been in prison for X amount of years or however long, and prison changes people. It changes you. You have to turn into a completely different person being in prison because of your surroundings, everything that's going on. People are plotting on you every day, and you just don't really know who to trust. So that does something to you mentally, you know. It really, really could mess some people up. It really could. And someone being released back into society after going through whatever they went through in prison could be dangerous. So you have to understand what you're dealing with, what you're getting yourself into, whoever you're living with, whoever's living with you, what you're involving them in, what you're putting them into. And if you feel like you're putting them in danger for 1 second, I would recommend that you don't do it, because something could happen. You know, I don't feel that though. And I've dug deep inside of myself to really feel if I would be putting myself and my daughter in danger having my husband here, because I don't know mentally where he is. I don't know him. And so yeah, I had to meditate on it, and I prayed on it, and I wouldn't have married him if I didn't feel like I could trust him with my life and my child's life. I wouldn't have ever married him. So I absolutely can trust him, and I know that will be fine. Everything will be okay. Whatever bumps and bruises we go through, we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna come out stronger. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, comment down below. Share the video as well to somebody who you feel like could benefit from watching something like this. Or if you know somebody that's a prison wife, or a prison fiance, or a prison girlfriend, or a prison boyfriend, prison husband, or whatever. Send them this video, okay? Because it could be helpful for some people. Also, don't forget to like the video, of course, if you like it. And once again, thank you so much for watching. This is La Flame Productions, and I am Adriana signing off. I will see you in the next video. Bye.